All right, ladies and gentlemen, these are special calls. It's awesome that everyone is attending live. Very cool. Even if you're watching the recording, there's so many benefits to just operating from this place, right? We all jump on here because this is the time. Not only do we actually breathe, or we take time out of our busy week, our busy day, whatever it may be, to just focus on who and what we are, but we also do that in a way of action, by actually taking steps moving forward to serve from a place of love, place of kindness, place of generosity, right? A place of who and what we are. And this is so important for business owners because that's where we all get into the traps, don't we? When you're trapped in fear or anger or frustration, we all know that's because we're attached to something. We're attached to a particular outcome. We're attached to a particular way of being. We're attached to a particular story that says, when I achieve this, I'll finally feel enough. When I achieve this and get this amount of money or this amount of followers, I'll finally feel safe. And it's here where we raise some awareness to those patterns and we actually start to feel the love, the generosity, the kindness inside, not because of what's happened outside, but because that's who and what we are. And when we actually operate and build a business from that space, I believe our success is a byproduct of that shift. It's a byproduct of coming from that place. And so it's at the start of these calls where we not only breathe, but we not only get present to who and what we are, present to the energy that's here on this call, but we also remember a time when we did a random act of kindness, or we just did something because you felt it was the right thing to do. You felt like, I just feel called or pulled by something to make a difference here, or to do something generous, or to just do something kind, even if it's something small. So as you are here maybe live and you're putting your links to schedule some chats. If you're on the recording, you can type in the comments and put all your business links. While you do that, also be mindful of that time when you just did this random act of kindness, right? I say this all the time, but I used to work at a restaurant, and the best shifts I had was when I'd pay for a family's meal. It was awesome. The family would be so loving, so kind, so generous. They just resonated with me that I just decided to, use my wage for the day, whether it be, $120, $150, whatever it may be, and just pay for that family's meal. Not for what I could get, right? When they came up to pay, I would pay using my card. And then I'd say, oh, someone else was doing a random act of kindness and paid for your meal. And their reaction every time was so priceless. But it was also I wasn't doing it for the reaction. I was doing it because I felt called to do something kind, to do something nice, right? Not because of what I could get or the accolades or even for their reaction, but because it's who and what I am. And I believe these sort of calls are where we can allow that energy to flow through us, right? That kindness, that generosity, that love. So when you meet someone here, and we're going to invite some people on to share their business, to share what it is about them that they're working on and who we can connect them with, you can operate from that place and ask yourself in the back of your mind, how can I serve, right? How may I serve this person? Who can I connect them with that's in my network? How can we collaborate together? How can we partnership in some way? How can I just send some resources or something that I think may help, right? Maybe some guidance or some advice. And that question of how may I serve is really the guiding principle in terms of helping that love flow through you, right? So anyone who's watching, anyone who's on here, feel free to share your links. Feel free to invite people for a chat, a coffee, whatever it may be. Dan and Barb have already set up a lunch. But also pay very, very close attention to that question of how can I serve? How can I help? And if you can't help anyone directly who's going to be a speaker here, feel free to reach out to me, because a lot of you have been asking how you can help with the expansion of this group, and how you can help me, and how you can help this project moving forward. And so it's been awesome to have that response and have so many people benefiting from this type of call. I just started this from my heart because I felt this was an exciting and, you know, the right thing to do. And it's awesome that a lot of you have benefited from it. So that's very, very cool. All right, let me see who we have on. Melody says she just needs 2 minutes. I'll time you, Melody, but I'll invite you on as a panelist and we can get rocking and rolling. Also, one side note, I've been talking with a few people, and I want to get your feedback as to if this type of call is beneficial, or if you'd prefer a Zoom meeting where you can see everyone's video. So I'd love everyone's feedback. Maybe type in 1 if you prefer this webinar format, and 2 if you prefer Zoom meeting where you can see everyone's video. Quick poll. Seems like everyone's going with the 2. So I'll find a way to switch that over. It'll require a different link, I think. I'll do some research during the week. Let's invite Melody on, shall we? Hello once again.
Hey, how are you? I'm in a terrible light. I apologize here. I can shift. That counted my 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm starting the 2 minutes. Make sure you have, do you have your tea?
I have my tea, cold tea.
There you go. That's
with
it.
Lime juice.
That's why you're allowed on. That's why.
Right? Exactly. Exactly. I have to have cold though, because I'm in hot Minnesota. It's like very warm. So
I'm not in a very warm environment, but yeah, let's rock and roll. What do you have to share?
So what I have is I'm in the process of developing a webinar class for goal setting for self-care. For those of you who don't know, I am a self-care coach, and I work primarily with caregivers, but as we all know, that's pretty much all of us, because we're taking care of ourselves at the very least. So there's my spiel. But I am looking for people who would be willing to be like beta testers for a kind of a webinar I'm doing. It's going to be self-care, goal setting for self-care, and then a vision board, online vision board combo webinar workshop. So if you think that sounds like the best thing ever, or if you just want to help me out, if you could I will put my information in, either email me or message me on Facebook and just give me your email, and then I will send you the link when it's time to do so. So yeah, I think it would be fun, and I think that I would very much appreciate it if you were able to kind of give me some feedback, because I want to put it out to the masses, and I love constructive criticism all the way through from start to finish. Okay, great. Awesome. Who would be the ideal person who is going through this, for, just so everyone knows, for self-care? Yeah. And absolutely. For carers, who's the ideal person that you would love to go through that? The ideal person would probably be between the ages of 40 to 60-ish, a caregiver, somebody who is working, caring for children, maybe caring for an aging parent, dealing with both ends of the spectrum. So if that's part of your experience, that's kind of my target niche market. So, I mean, I can help anybody in there. So, I mean, any could be useful for anyone, but that would be the people I think that would really get a lot out of it, because the in the trenches caregivers who are that sandwich generation, they're caring for kids, they're caring for parents, and they're trying to, keep themselves afloat.
Okay, gotcha. And what sort of outcome can they expect? Can they expect that they would have their goals at the end of the workshop, or are you going to work through the plan of how to achieve the goals?
Yes, it's working through the plan of first of all, how to plan. Like I have surveys that I've completed. I have a tool. And so there's surveys that they do, like just maybe 10 questions per page, looking at physical, mental, and emotional goal setting. And then we'll walk through the process of developing SMART goals. And then once we've done that, then we will use those SMART goals to manifest and create our vision boards.
Okay, beautiful. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Everyone who knows a carer of some sort knows they're often overlooked, not very well supported, but often making the biggest difference, you know, 'cause they're serving from their heart, truly serving from their
Yes.
heart, from a place that is off their own service and their own giving. And so a workshop full of those needed people, I'm sure it'd be cool for you to just gather people who are in a similar position in the way that we do here. If you have a like-minded group who's all there supporting each other, that would be very, very cool. So you're mostly looking for people on this call who know of carers who are looking to go
Yes.
through that that webinar and the sort of beta type of program, so that people can go through it and give some feedback at the end. Is that what you're after?
Yeah, just a nice little freebie, throw it out there. Hopefully it could, accomplish some goals and get people started on the right track, even if it's just, for the process of giving me information. That'd be great.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Anything else that you want to share or?
No, I'm on 4 minutes. You better cut me off.
I do. I need to be more vicious and just like cut people off halfway through their sentence.
Right? You're fired.
You're done.
All right.
You're done. Yeah, there's
Okay.
a few people I can connect you with that either carers or who are in the network of people who look after carers. So
That's great.
yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks so much for jumping on, Melody. Beautiful, guys. Okay. It's very tough for me to look at the chat while I'm talking, but it's awesome that you guys are engaging. So anyone who is in that network of people who do have carers or who do have a network of carers, then that's such a cool offer, just to go through a workshop, not only for the importance of goal setting and to look after yourself. If our carers care for themselves, it's just a whole different service, right? A whole different level of experience. And for people to gather that type of network and work together, and yeah, I'm seeing the vision, definitely. So I'd love to invite Lisa Mizels, if you're free to jump on, that would be awesome. Where are you? Let's see here. Lisa, how are you? When your Zoom catches up, feel free to unmute yourself.
Hey there.
Hello. How are you? Welcome to the Serving Circle.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you. And I just put something in the chat. I know somebody that would be great for what Melody's doing. So
okay,
yeah,
awesome.
So thanks for having me on.
Yes. No problem. Yeah, connect with Melody, and no doubt you guys can share some resources, and no doubt you can help. That's what this is all about. So yeah, I'd love to give you the floor and explain a little bit about who you are, what you do, and how we can help.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you so much. So I'm Lisa Mizels. I guess I could take my glasses off so you don't have the glare. And my business partner, Donna, and I, we have a company called Manifest Magic and Miracles. And what we do is we help our clients who are coaches, experts, and heart-centered entrepreneurs to activate their highest frequency so they can actualize their desires, their dream business. So we're really working with people in the new energy paradigm. We're working with, we use both practical and what we call invisible tools to help our clients raise their vibration and keep it high. So there's a lot of energy tools that we use to take our clients through manifesting with ease and being effortlessly productive and magnetizing clients. And so it's really fun because people actually call us magical. So that's always been super fun. But what we are working on right now is a free 5-day challenge. And I would love to have anybody join, or anybody that knows anybody that would be willing to share this out. We're also looking to increase our YouTube subscribers. We're 10 away from 100, which then we can brand our channel. So we just started our partnership in January, and we've been doing just amazing work. And so super excited, can you tell?
Yeah, totally.
But let me just tell you a little bit about the challenge. So the challenge is really for people who are tired of doing business the old guru way. You know, it's really for people that are want to shift into this new energy paradigm, and that's the only way to thrive going forward. Like you can, you know, like Tyson teaches, you can't do it the old way anymore and have success. And so what we're doing is we're helping people in the challenge, participants, prepare their vibration so that they can become magnetic. And so we're taking them through 5 days, and we're going to be helping them raise, you know, we're taking them through processes and giving them energy tools that they're going to be able to use forevermore. And a lot of these processes are from our paid programs. So we're super excited because we really want to get people maximum results. We really want to get people results. And so we're going to help you align so that you have more clarity, and we're going to help you create from your from the inspiration from your connection instead of from a to-do list. And so this is really going to help you eliminate overwhelm and get out of that the struggle of, oh my gosh, what do I do next? I've got to do this and this and this. You know, there's so many things, so many moving parts, right, to having an online business. So this is going to help you become effortlessly productive. And I can just tell you that it's so different when you're able to shift your energy into beingness. And that's what our challenge is called, Do in Your Beingness. Because when you're able to do this, everything changes. It's like you have the time you need. Time works with you. It's the weirdest thing. But the more time that you spend working on yourself and being in joy, the more time you have for the things that you need to do, and the more productive you are. So we're going to give you some techniques and tools to do that. And what else? That's it. I love connecting people with other people. So if there's anybody I can connect you with, I'd be totally happy to do that. I love doing that. What else, Tyson?
Beautiful. I think that's cool. I think one thing I forgot, if anyone has a podcast or does interviews of some sort, definitely put those in the chat. Just put the name of what the podcast is all about. If you're looking for guests, if you're looking for other hosts, definitely do that. First of all, make sure your chat set to all panelists and attendees. I see Melody, Lee, Tanya, all your chat set to all panelists. So make sure you set to all panelists and attendees so everyone can see your message, and then let us know if you're looking to be a guest or if you're looking to connect with more hosts, and we can get those rocking rolling. But that's awesome, Lisa. I'm very much on board with people who are doing business in a very aligned and spirited way, and I think that's what you're all about. Is there anyone in particular? I know you said that it's more towards hearts and business owners and people who are being led, you know, spiritpreneurs. But in terms of do you have a specific person in mind that would be a really good way for you to do it?
Yeah, the spiritual seekers. You know, we're looking for people that are really open to new ways of doing things. We have this whole new playground that's unfolding in front of us, and it's this different dimension that we get to play in, and understanding that that we're not just stuck here in this physical body with the world that we, have in front of us, that we get to create our own reality. And so it's for people who want to be able to do that. It's like the most magical thing in the world.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're looking to get on podcasts as well. And we will have a podcast coming out probably in the fall, maybe in the winters. I'm not sure.
Okay, cool. Awesome. And so everyone knows, what's your why? Why is this so important to you? Why is this your message that you want to spread out into the world?
It's interesting. I've had several different businesses, and every time, it doesn't matter what the subject is. Like, I taught nutrition for a long time. I had a nutrition practice. It was always raising the vibration of the planet. It was always helping people get into more joy. It's always about, just living our best life, creating the reality that we love, and feeling fulfilled and helping other people do it. And the reason we work with entrepreneurs and, coaches and experts is because we're the leaders of this new way of doing things. And wouldn't it be great? Can you imagine if corporations had people that really loved what they did? Can you imagine if you went to the, motor vehicle department and everybody loved what they did? It would totally be a different world. And so that's why we work with the leaders of the new world we're creating.
That's cool. I couldn't even imagine that. Hey, it's just like,
Right?
if everyone loves what they're doing, everyone's in their zone of genius, and everyone's operating from a place of joy internally. I mean, that's really where, like you said, it's almost like effortless action, where you're just effortless, productive. Things are just flowing. Ideas are coming. You're getting higher level guidance, and you can just feel from your heart what to do next. It's a beautiful place to be, and that's basically what you allow people to transition into, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful place to be. It's so different than with the Muggle life, I guess.
Yeah.
How most people see it, and there's so much more out there that we want to share with people. So thank you so much for having me on. I'm going to post a link to the challenge and on my business partner, my email, and if you guys have, and I'll post my YouTube too, because I would love to get a couple subscribers.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it. What's your YouTube channel about, just quickly?
So it's all about what I just talked about. We share tips several times a week on how to raise your vibration, how to move into alignment, how to get out of struggle and overwhelm, and really how to create your own reality. So it's always, we give several tips, and they're short. They're 5 minutes long. So we got lots on there.
Go for it. Let's get to that 100 mark, hey?
Yay! Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, feel free to put all the links in there that you need, and people will be able to connect with you.
Okay, perfect. I will do that. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks for jumping on.
Yeah.
Awesome. Who else wants to jump on? If anyone wants to jump on, type in 1 in the chat, and we'll see what we can do. We'll see what type of people we can bring on. We'll see what difference we can make. We'll see who we can send your way. I'm always connecting with people during the week, and it's interesting that I'll connect with them, and I'll have like generally 2 or 3 people that I want to bring on, and then a lot of people reschedule or they can't make it or something, and then I'm like, I don't have any speakers, but it's good to see where we go with the flow, and it's good to I think I need to structure these in a bit of a different way. But it's always good to have you on. We've got plenty of people on here. And I think what Lisa's saying is really important in terms of accessing that different level of vibration, right? That's what we're all about. That's what we love doing here. That's what this community is about. It's basically just allowing you to build your business from that heart-centered place, right? And that's what I love doing. That's what I love placing. First of all, Lisa, before you go, make sure you chat set to all panelists and attendees. I see you're posting a lot. You're posting your information, and it's just to me. Only I can see it. I need to have a big sign and stick it up here somewhere. It says, put your chat on all panelists and attendees. Yeah, surely there's a way of changing it from on default. I'll tap into the settings somehow, and I'll do it. There you go. There's all Lisa's stuff. Feel free to jump in on there. Also, this serving circle, what we do here, we also do on Slack. So everyone who's been on this channel is also on Slack, and so there's a different. So you can basically get to know everyone, post everything in there, all your links. So if you don't want to jump on here, or you want to understand a bit more about other people and connect with them in your own time, you don't necessarily have to do it on here. You can jump on the Slack channel and engage with people there and share about your business, share any business links, what you're looking for, who you're looking to connect with. For those of you who are new, I'll copy and paste in the chat the link to join. Make sure my chat says all panelists and attendees. There we go. Now type in 1 in the chat box if you want to jump on. I know Michael's typed in 1. We'll bring on Michael if we have a chance as well. If anyone who's new, make sure, and you want to have a chat, let me know. So Lisa, you're getting a few more subscribers. Kelly subscribed. Jen subscribed. Lisa's awesome. Now, one thing that you guys might have heard last week, and a few of you on here have been involved with me in the last couple of weeks, is that I'm doing what I'm doing here for for mental health practitioners as well. So everything we're doing here in terms of collaborating, in terms of connecting, in terms of getting to know each other, I'm doing for mental health practitioners and therapists and psychologists, because I'm feeling called to help those who have similar mission to me, and the similar mission in terms of heightening the level of consciousness of the planet and heightening the level of awareness in terms of your emotions. And so I felt called and felt pulled to help that community of business owners, of therapists, and of psychologists, and anyone who's a mental health practitioner. And so I'm doing what I'm doing here, what I've set up here with the online mental health practitioners. And so anyone who has, anyone who knows of that industry, I'm looking for feedback and research in terms of that type of field, to understand where their struggles are, what their challenges are, any obstacles to the particular goals they have, so I can find creative and resourceful ways to help solve those challenges. And I can do that through online business building as well as community building. So I'm very, very keen to be introduced to more and more online therapists and psychologists and counselors, anyone who's in that sort of mental health profession, especially if they're building a business online. That would be awesome. Awesome stuff. So Lisa, it looks like you've got plenty of people who have subscribed, and plenty of new fans. Melody's asking, how would you like them to reach out? So you can feel free to connect me on Facebook, or my email is tyson@tysoncoaching.com. Plenty of ways you can reach me. If this is a type of field, or if this is a type of niche that I fall in love with, and that have a particular challenge or particular struggle that I can help with, I'm looking to really rebrand a lot of my different things, and rebrand the podcast and some of the YouTube videos and things like that to serve that particular niche. So I'm looking to niche down. I'm looking to serve in a way that I feel called to. And so I definitely need help in researching that niche and getting to know more people. And so any help would be really, really beneficial. So once again, guys, type in 1 if you want to jump on. If you want to have a chat, I'll invite Michael on if Michael wants to have another talk. I talked to Michael yesterday. Let's bring Michael on. Once again, welcome. I think you were on a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yes, I think I was.
Awesome.
It goes too fast, you know.
Welcome again. There's a few new faces on here who might not have met you, who might not know what you're all about and all your awesomeness. So feel free to have the floor and introduce yourself and what you're all about.
Yeah, you know, it's great. I'm going to actually just change background for a second. Watch, you know, as we know, where is it? Oh, you know, it's one of those days. It's great. Just give me 2 seconds here. It's great. 'Cause we're all going to the beach. That's what I say.
I think I need to.
There we go.
I think I need to change my background to one that has that sign that says change your chat to all panelists and attendees, so that people can recognize. I'll check the settings. I'll check the settings and see what I can find.
You know, it's the one thing also, it is about, you know, we do so many webinars. It's the one part of the webinars, and it's just not, it's not intuitive. So I'm actually moving. That's why you're seeing color change. So just ignore the color change, but it's not intuitive. So people don't click it right away. Yeah. I'm getting darker. I'm going to get lighter. There we go. So that's why sometimes we use webinar more for the bigger of it. But, you know, these personals, I love that put everybody really in that space of community, and that's really what it's about. So I'll tell you just a little bit about myself, just really quick. Hi, everyone. So my name is Michael Silvers. Last 20 years, my wife and I built a coaching and training, hey, everyone, group. We actually started network marketing, set us both free, we're both nurses, and then met Bob Proctor right away and basically just ran from there. Worked with T. Harv Eker for many, many years on the road. Worked with some of you know in Australia. I just met one. Who was it I just talked to the other day who said, yeah, I know Chris Howard for years. I ran his whole coaching department, and we were from 2005, 2009, the largest speaker group in Australia. It was pretty awesome. We had the biggest events. We actually had bigger events than that big, tall guy. So that was pretty awesome, and, you know, put me on stage a lot. And then the last 10 years have been putting Robert Kiyosaki and Tony on stage and building coaching webinars and all that fun stuff. And now it's podcast launch. Was that quick enough? Did I say that quick this time? I've said it so much in the last year. So why am I on here? Because part of it, first of all, Tyson's awesome. Everybody give him a round of applause, but obviously you can type applause, please. I think what you've built is actually phenomenal. I love, you know, you're really an up and comer. I'll tell you that right now. Worked with thousands of up and comers. And I think what you're doing is brilliant, because we always built in our, you know, masterminds, you know, for Tony and ourselves, that really a service piece, and to bring it into service and collaboration, I think is just brilliant. You know, and that business focus makes a difference. You know, and part of why I'm here is I'm always willing to help. I do have access to, you know, 300 live stages and virtual stages and 10 hours of virtual a week, podcast launches, and the largest producer of podcasts, and also entertainment in Hollywood. Just means I'm just here to help with my wife. My wife and I built the business, and we're here to help you in any way we can at this point in our lives. Grandparents, which is a big part of what we do. Tyson knows, he runs into that whenever he has a call with me. And really leaving a legacy, creating really a closed, high-level group that just means it's a group of individuals that want to change the planet, make a difference, and have a lot of fun. So yes, entertainment and Hollywood, correct. So it's great. One of my buddies, greatest stories on the planet, he used to run AMC and was the head of comedy at Paramount. And he was more with Fred Silverman Productions, but because Seinfeld, I love Seinfeld, okay, and Frasier. So like trying to find, so we did an interview once of one of the writers for Frasier, who turned out to be his best friend. It's a small world out there in Hollywood, I'm telling you right now. And Tyson, anything for me today for a couple minutes you want me to chat about, or?
No, if there's anyone you want to connect with, any particular person you have in mind that you'd love to collaborate with or anything like that. If not, a lot of people still understand that if they want to be speakers, if they want to jump on events and, you know, they can obviously connect with you. Is there anyone in particular you're looking to connect with and collaborate with?
Yeah, you know, a couple of things we're doing. We're always looking for other podcasters, and podcasters are a great group because everybody interviews everybody. They don't care the size of your show. They don't care who you are. We just did a show that guys had 1 million downloads, you know, and I've done shows that they actually was their second show. It's awesome because the energy and the environment. So always happy. I've got quite the lineup, but always happy to have somebody on the Mentor Studio. You got to go and check out the show, though. Let me give you some advice. Don't go to somebody else's show and say, can I be on your show? And they'll say, what'd you think of the last episode? And you have no idea what they're talking about. Make sure, and a couple of you are awesome. Before you talked to me, you actually had listened to the shows, so you knew the speakers who were on. I thought, all right, you guys rock. That makes a big difference, number one. Just know who you're talking to. So I'm looking for people who want to be on a podcast. I'm happy to be on other people's shows. My schedule's a little crazy, but I'll make it work for this because I think it's just awesome. If you want to be on the show, fantastic. I'm lining up to do a whole bunch of shows next Tuesday, actually. I think I've got 7 already lined up, and I'm sort of at the end, and that will take care of the couple months. But the other thing, too, is I am really looking for people with new products and small audience, because we have a lot of great panel virtual stages. They're very different than a large virtual stage. But what the panel does is allows a new audience to get to know you, but I sort of train you how to be on the panel at the same time so you can get, I've done, 5,000 webinars, happy to help with that. Just happy to be of service, really happy to help people. Get them on virtual, get them on stages. We do have 300 stages when we go live again. We've just started to. We'll be very careful through the world, and I also am connected through stages in other countries. But right now, be virtual, everybody get a podcast. And here's the other thing, can I say one thing? It's just a soapbox. And I heard this earlier, and I'm not going to mention any names. Don't say your podcast starts in next fall, or you start your podcast now. You can literally get a podcast going today. You could do 21 shows within 2 weeks, and you're up and running. When people start to go back to whatever's normal going to be from now on, they listen to podcasts. If you look at the podcasting world already, you've got 170 million users that are really using 980,000 podcasts, and less than 7% are actually podcasting. So you're in the wild, wild west. It's time to go. And also, you should be TikToking. I don't care if you're walking back and forth, be TikToking, because it is like the old days of Facebook, and it's exploding. And if you don't understand how to use it, it's okay. This is not about perfection. This is do what your heart says, do what you feel, but your heart tells you podcasting. That's all I can tell you. Because if you're on a virtual show or virtual panel with us and you have a podcast, right away, that puts you to the top of the cream of the crop. I don't care how big your show is, but that you have one and you're doing it, it's huge nowadays. It's one of the first questions I ask. I don't even care about your YouTube channel anymore. I care about your podcast. I'm done.
Very interesting. Yeah, that's awesome. It's kind of, a lot of people on here do have podcasts. A lot of people love creating content and placing it out there and making it happen. I know I was very pulled to it because I just love talking and just sharing what's on my mind. So it's very aligned for me. And yeah, I'm up to episode 78 or something now. And it's, I've been loving it. I've been loving just being able to produce something, just be able to have something on my mind, put it in a piece of content and talk about it, and even interview a lot of people that I think are fascinating, that can add a lot of value to the audience. And yeah, I'm going to be thinking about new ways of creating more valuable content in the podcast format. We'll definitely see where it goes. But as soon as I had the idea, I had a podcast up and running in like a week. And it's very, very quick. These days, it's just basically click of a few buttons and a few tech things to set up, but it's very, very easy to set up a podcast and get going.
And that's the thing too, is it's that point. I clicked too many screens. Just do it. We used to say, anybody who ever worked with Harv Eker, ready, fire, aim. Just do it. Because do you have to have a mic, fancy mic? No. All the podcasts that I know, and we know a lot of podcasters. We work with the group produces more than anybody else, and we now work with iHeartMedia. Is just do it. People want to just know you, and make sure you always do it on Zoom or something so you have a video, because a lot of it will be transferred to video and broadcast. But don't worry about your background. Don't worry about how you look. Don't worry about, look, I'm using one of the older fashioned, but these are easy because I can move around. You can hear me no matter what I do. And just get it done. I mean, we can get a Blue Yeti. You can get a fancy. I've got a fancy Mentor Studio mic over there. But just get it done. That's the biggest thing. Well, what is my show about? Okay, remember Seinfeld, one of the biggest shows ever in the history of TV, and the show was about nothing. So get your podcast out there, get people knowing you, and make a difference. And Tyson, your show is awesome. I do love your Canadian elk or moose behind you, but
Yeah.
So just get it done, people. And if anybody wants to set up an appointment, boom, there's my schedule. Set up Oh, that I did it to all panelists. See, I did what you just, see, I did it. I did what you said not to do. Just, and they're 15-minute calls and I don't mess around. I get down to who are you? What do you need? You know, and I'll tell you, can I just say one other thing before, and then I'll go away. When I work with people, and Tyson, you know this too, and all of you should do this. Get comfortable with this question. What money do you have to invest in yourself right now? It's the first thing. Bob Proctor told me to buy every course and read every book. So I've never shied away from that customer. You know, as I mentor and train people, I want to know what you have to invest so I know where to direct you. If you got $50, I know where to direct you. If you got, 50,000, I know where to direct you. But, be upfront about that, because that investment changes our life every single day. My wife and I are who we are because we bought every course on the planet. And we have grandkids, and that changed our lives. So it's awesome. That's our legacy. That's our why now. I'm
Beautiful.
done.
Beautiful. Awesome. I love it. So many takeaways. So everyone, you can jump onto the link that Michael just put in the chat and feel free to connect. But Michael, thanks so much for jumping on, my friend.
Tyson,
Awesome
you're amazing. You're amazing. Thank you.
Likewise. Cheers, my friend. All right. That's Michael. So we're getting through it. First of all, if anyone else wants to jump on, just quickly, just to share a bit about their work, what they're doing, who they're looking to connect with, feel free to type in one in the chat. Also, it'd be cool to just have a quick gaze and then a quick conversation, see what everyone's up to. If not, that's cool too. There's plenty of people to connect with here, and especially over the next coming weeks, there'll be a lot more people that we can introduce you to, and definitely do that. But feel free to jump on Slack. Feel free to jump on there, and a lot of people have been jumping on Slack. Just make sure when you do go to the channel that says the Shameless Plug channel, make sure you put all your links in there, because everyone who's new is going to be basically jumping in there and reading all those comments and seeing what it is you're about, how to connect with you, right? Who you're looking to connect with. And so that's really the billboard. That's really the platform that everyone's going to be engaging with, and making sure that they can connect with you. So feel free to pop in there. Just write a short description on what you do, who you're looking to connect with, and all your links to connect with you further. And on there, you can also personal message people, just to, if you want to connect with them in some other way, and personal message them, and invite them on Facebook or whatever it may be. There's plenty of ways in which you can collaborate. But this is awesome. Always love these calls. It's a cool crew that always just jumps on and wants to operate from a place of service. Already in the chat, we've seen that people are connecting and finding ways to support each other. And that's what this is all about. So also, Barb has a new podcast. It's been up there for a while now. Feel free to put your links in there, Barb, if you haven't already. People are trying to find out where to find it. Now, if you're interested in podcasting and interested in jumping on a podcast, if you're listening to someone else's, it really does help to leave a review. So make sure you jump on iTunes, just give them a quick review, and let them know how awesome their podcast is. That always helps. And there goes Dan. Dan loves connecting with people. Very, very helpful, very well connected. Feel free to jump on his link. So I think that might be it, everyone. Always a pleasure. If you're keen to help expand this, you want to invite new people, you want to gift someone the opportunity to become a speaker and just share with the community what they're all about, let me know. Maybe type 3 in the chat if you want to co-create with me and collaborate in how we can expand this. I'm always looking for people who just want to share what we're all about, share from the heart, share for a new way of doing business. And the more this expands, the more I know that a lot of people are interested in this type of stuff. And the bigger the group, or at least the well-connected we are in the group, definitely the more beneficial it'll be. For these calls, you can meet new people, you can expand your reach, you can collaborate in creative ways. And I think this is the wave of the future. I know a lot of you have said this type of call just reminds you of who and what you are, reminds you of why you're in business in the first place, and just the energy so impactful. And so it's been a pleasure. I knew that you guys would love it. But if you want to be involved with sharing this, with inviting new people, type 3 in the chat. And even if it's just to me, let me know. But type 3 in the chat just so I know that everyone can I can share this link with people as well, the link to the recording, just so that people can share, people can get to understand a bit more about what we're doing, how we're doing it, and you can simply invite people. So that's awesome. So Jen, Donna, Lisa, Melody, Dan, Kelly, awesome. It's been awesome to have your help, guys. I didn't know what the hell was going to happen when I started this. I had no clue. I'm like, let's just all jump on a Zoom call and see what happens. But it's been so beautiful, so beautiful. So I really appreciate all your help. Jen did a post the other day, which worked out really well. Even she just went on Facebook and just typed on her personal page and just typed in a post, said, "Hey, I just jumped on this call called the Serving Circle, where everyone's collaborating. Heart Centered Business Owners are all collaborating. Who wants to join?" And she got a lot of responses and a lot of people that were interested. She didn't put the link to the YouTube recording, but she was able to send the link to the YouTube recording to the people who had commented. And so if you want to just invite other people, feel free to just jump on Facebook now and type in, a post to say about this call, and just invite anyone else that's interested to let you know. And that would be a really, really big help. And then I'll send you the recording if people want to jump on, and you can send them the link to the Zoom if they want to join next week. But guys, absolute pleasure. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. If you're looking for anyone in particular, I'm more than happy to help you guys out and build as we go. For everyone who's jumping on each week, you've set the calendar in your phone. Same day, same time each week. You'll meet some new people, share your business each time. I'll see you guys tomorrow for those of you who are jumping on the group coaching call. Same time tomorrow, where we jump on, we do more of the inner work. Such a cool time of the week. I always love this, always love you guys. So thanks so much for jumping on, everyone. I'll make sure to pass on the YouTube recording to you guys who would love it. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great rest of your week.